Thomas de Beauchamp, 11th Earl of Warwick, welcome you. In this year of 1356, I have returned victorious from the war in France, where I served as a loyal commander to His Majesty King Edward. I could tell you of my adventures there, but today I wish to tell you of someone else's adventure, or rather a quest, that helped me rebuild Warwick Castle. I will tell you now of the Falconers' quest. On my return from France, I saw a great need to replenish my collection of falcons, for I had taken many birds to war, and alas, few had returned. My falconers were tasked with rearing and raising as many hawks as possible to make the birds of Warwick the envy of a king. One day, a young lad arrived at the castle. He was called Hobby, and he was the son of a local fisherman. Hobby was presented to me, and he told me that since he was a child, he had watched in awe as my falconers had reared and trained my birds. How he loved to see the birds of Warwick fly majestically over the castle, and how heartbroken he was when so many did not return from war.
I will go on a quest to bring to Warwick a collection of birds that would be the envy of a king.
I laughed that our wishes were the same. Although he had no training with birds, I was charmed by his passion and asked him, out of pity, what reward he would want for this. Gold? Silver?
I wish to stand as your master falconer and see the skies above the castle full of birds of prey.
I told him the skills and knowledge of a falconer are great and are passed down through the generations. Too much for the son of a fisherman. I wished him luck, but doubted I would see him again. Hobby thanked me and set forth on his quest. Hobby had grown up on the River Avon, and it was from his boat that he had often watched at night some very beautiful birds fly silently above the fields, hunting for prey. They were barn owls. Many of my countrymen believe barn owls bring good fortune, and Hobby wanted to bring this bird to the castle, as he believed it would bring him luck on his quest. Hobby thought barn owls were wonderful birds. He knew they had marvelous eyesight. He had seen them swoop down and catch their prey, even on the darkest of nights. These birds of prey have lived close to man for hundreds of years. With their heart-shaped face, they gather sounds and can hear the slightest movement of their prey as they fly silently. feathers soft, silent in flight. This bird is a delight. But those small creatures that hide in the long grass should take heed and beware the silence. Beware the long legs. Beware the talons. How could a fisherman's son ever charm a barn owl? But he did.
I know this owl will bring me luck. On my quest, I'll need to see like you, to hear like you. Then I can bring the birds back to Warwick. Come, my friends, come!
Having won over the barn owls, his quest had truly started. Hobby left Warwick in search of more birds of prey, crossing rivers and seas, discovering new lands. He saw a wondrous sight. Here in the northern lands, Hobby saw a most splendid sight. It was the largest bird in the land, a white-tailed sea eagle. Hobby had seen nothing like it before. He was so excited to see it in full flight, with its massive, long, broad wings. This was to be a test for Hobby. A test of courage to meet such a grand bird. This great hunter will feed on carrion, or they may steal food from other creatures. All are in danger. Fish, rabbits, even other birds should watch out for the sea eagle. As it stalks its prey, this bird will fly low, close to the water, and in an instant, snatch any fish from the surface. Hobby was honored to have met the sea eagle, and he felt great joy that this bird would soon grace the skies above Warwick. He reached a new land in the north, and was pleased to find that the inhabitants, although strange in dress and manner, were friendly. Hobby scanned the skies, and to his delight, saw a magnificent sea eagle. This huge, sturdy bird was a Steller's eagle. Those that cast their eyes on this magnificent bird are transfixed by its presence and power. The sight of this bird took Hobby's breath away. Striking black and white plumage with a blazing yellow beak and talons. Steller's eagle, one of the largest and one of the toughest eagles in the world. living in harsh and desolate lands where only the strongest survive. It must endure freezing, cruel winters, living off fish, or in its struggle to survive, doing battle with other formidable eagles in a contest for scarce food. Believed to be the heaviest eagle in the world, its large hook-shaped beak is designed for ripping through frozen flesh. Hobby felt humbled to have met such a magnificent bird. Seeing this mighty eagle made him more determined to fulfill his quest, and for him to become the master falconer at Warwick Castle. It was time for Hobby to continue on his quest. He was determined to fulfill his promise to me and to himself. Hobby searched the skies of this new land, for he had heard of a large bird of prey that is rarely found in England. Then he saw the largest owl he had ever seen, an owl the size of an eagle. This dramatic-looking bird is a predator that will rule its land with an iron wing. Although naturally timid, they are a master at using stealth and silence to catch their prey. But lucky for Hobby, this eagle owl seemed friendly enough, especially when offered food. This nocturnal bird of prey will hide in the trees, almost invisible, until the time is right to strike, to silently swoop down, razor-sharp talons at the ready. Rabbits, roe deer, even eagles, all should beware the eagle owl. With its distinctive eyes and pointed tufts of feather upon its head, Hobby was in awe.
To have discovered you. To Warwick, fly true and fly safe.
Now Hobby was about to face his biggest challenge yet. For many years, I have invited nobles from all over this land to come to Warwick and to enjoy one of my great hunting parties. They bring their birds of prey to the castle, and we compete in sport and in the hunt. Hobby had always watched from afar, and there was always one bird that he found the most thrilling: the peregrine falcon. No ordinary falcon. This is the falcon that royalty will bow down to. It is the falcon of princes. In the sky, there is no place for Hunter to hide. This bird must rely on speed. When she tucks in her wings, she shoots towards Earth to become the fastest bird in the world. Seeing this bird in flight and on the hunt takes Hobby's breath away. He longed to learn more, to be tested, and now in this land, that test would come. From a master falconer and the most royal of falcons, the peregrine. Hunting ducks, pigeons, catching them on the wing. They strike a target with a single, deadly blow. Such speed can kill their prey on impact. A ruthless killer who is totally focused on the hunt. Hobby knew this loyal and royal bird would soon be welcomed back to the castle. Hobby continued his quest. He learned of a group of birds that lived in a far-off land that were known to some as the wolf pack of the skies. Unlike other birds of prey that hunted alone, these birds worked together to stalk, chase, trap, and kill their prey. It was not long before he met these wolves of the sky. They were the Harris Hawks. Hobby found the Harris Hawks to be clever and great fun. He understood why they were so popular in sport and hunting. Hobby learned that they lived and hunted as a family, with a strict hierarchy, and he saw that the ruler of the family was a female. The young males will hunt, working together to flush out hidden prey, sometimes diving from the air or running on the ground. The females will deliver the final blow to the prey. Then they feast. Ladies first, of course. Hobby admired their speed and agility, their dark brown plumage, the white bar along the tip of the tail feathers, and their long legs that had very tough skin so they could perch on sharp plants. Hobby looked forward to showing me this entertaining cast of Harris Hawks. Hobby continued his adventure. He journeyed south, where he had heard about another strange-looking bird with enormous wings. For many days he searched, until one day he saw an unbelievable sight. It was an Andean condor. Legend said this was the largest bird of prey in the world. On seeing this magnificent bird, Hobby knew this to be true. These predators of the sky were said to live for up to 80 years. These giants of the air live in high mountains, open grasslands, and along coastlines. They are not natural hunters. They like to scavenge for food. Claws are short, unlike an eagle, and they use them well to hold down any scavenged carcasses they feast upon. Hobby was amazed to learn that the Andean condor had a wingspan of over 10 feet. Hobby was ready to bring this large bird home, somehow. On all his adventures, Hobby has found many wonderful and unique birds, but there was one he still wished to find. And as he was about to return to Warwick, his wish came true. This was the bald eagle. To Hobby, this bird conveyed power and freedom. A dominant and forceful bird that will face any kind of threat and never hold back. Fast, agile, brave, magnificent. Whether soaring effortlessly or powerfully flapping its wings in flight, Hobby was transfixed. The bald eagle is an aggressive predator, a true hunter. It does not care how it gets its food. It will eat carrion, steal fish from other birds, or hunt for its own, often swooping down and grabbing the fish with its sharp talons. The bald eagle would rule the skies of Warwick. Having found the majestic bald eagle, Hobby returned to Warwick and stood before me. He told me of his adventures, of the birds he had found. He reminded me of the reward he had wished for, to be my master falconer and care for the birds of Warwick. I reminded him that he also wished to see the skies above the castle full once more with birds of prey. Both Hobby and I were rewarded. Once again, the skies above Warwick were full of many magnificent birds of prey, a sight that would indeed be the envy of a king. Warwick had a new hero, and I had a new master falconer, who was destined to protect and care for these beautiful birds. Hobby had fulfilled the Falconer's quest. As you look into the sky, let your imagination soar. We have one world, one sky, and one future. Together, we must respect and cherish these magnificent birds. We hope you have enjoyed the Falconer's quest. Until we meet again, my friends. Until then, farewell.